So I just want to do a quick video. It's windy, so bear with me. And the air just kicked on somebody's place. So here are these tiny little flowers. They sort of look like, they're clovers or something, I guess. Maybe they're not clover like the four-leaf clover things, but they're something similar. At first I thought they might be a dandelion, but they're not. And let me just smell them again just to be sure. Yeah, they have a very grape-like lupine type scent. I don't know if it's lupine or lupine. I have no idea how you say that word, but I hear the girls down by me said they grow them in school and they're called lupin or something like that, and I say lupine, and other people say something else, but whatever. So my point is that my garden down here, this is the first year for me farming. It's literally farming. There's flowers, there's melons, there's herbs, there's veggies, and this is an apartment complex. I chose to do this because they didn't redo the bushes and the flowers. So after 3 years, maybe 4 years, I got tired of it. So I started to do it in my house and down here to see what will work better. I did it down here for the beauty, and I wanted to grow more food in my house. But it's turning out that down here on the ground, everything is doing better than in pots and stuff like that. So it's a good experiment, and I'm bringing a ton of greenery and everything. So the reason look at that grasshopper over there, right in line there. Sometimes they let you touch them. Let's see. Oh, he saw me. As soon as I moved, he faced me. Head on, grasshopper. See him? Down on the ground, he's burnt looking, so he looks like the dead grass. All right, so anyway, back to this. I did everything as non-GMO organic as I could, with probably about 90 to 95% of everything I bought that I could. And I do the same thing with the flowers. I had a white fly problem that's starting to disappear a little bit. I first used garlic oil or garlic cube bulb, whatever you call it, in hot water, and I let it dissolve. And that was working to make them go away, but they kept coming back. They would hide on other plants, but not breed. They would just hide there. And then I went to a baking soda, dishwashing soap, and olive oil mix or something like that. Neem oil is supposed to be the best, but I didn't have any. And they were working decent. So I do my organic thing to the best as I can. They only seem to attack the zinnia and what else? They attack something that's edible. I forget. Zinnia and something else. Anyway, it was just 2. And it seems to be dwindling. They're not really that big of a problem. So organic as I could buy, non-GMO, and I do everything organic. I also keep the weeds unless they're going to overrun things. I just trim them, because if you trim them, the weeds come back automatically anyway. So the reason I'm showing you this is because the original grass line is right in front of that rock, okay? It probably actually went further in, or no, because the building's there, so it probably went somewhere by the rock. And over the last 2 years, with the droughts and everything, it kind of dwindles. They just started putting the water back on, which is good for me. So the point is that you can see some weeds in there, and I know they're weeds, but they're green, and I rather have greenery than the dried, rotted dirt and stuff, you know what I mean? So I work with the weeds in nature as best I can, because I also noticed that these things attract a lot of bees, and we haven't had much greenery, and with the drought, so I see all different sized bees around here. And it's just so cool because they just cut the grass yesterday, and they're Mexican guys, and they're hard to speak to, but they got the 1 or 2 times, and they understood, right? I said anything in rocks and stuff, don't do your weed whacking or anything. So you can see on this pipe, one of the flowers, they kind of straggled. The seeds must have blown or got washed with the rain when we actually had a rainstorm, and they kind of sprung up. But they're good enough not to whack them down and everything. And I kind of outlined it for them so that it's easy for them to see. And I take care of around the rocks myself, and I'm out here with a scissor now. I'm going to scissor some of the weeds that are growing taller than the flowers just to keep them down. But I won't rip them out. I rarely ever rip anything out. You know what I mean? So I came across this today, and they left it here. Not only is it beautiful and it smells nice, but it's for the bees too. So I don't know if they thought it was a patch that kind of grew out here, and they said, hey, no big deal. And he went around it with the lawnmower, and he left it here. But it's awesome because when I'm out here working, I have hardly any flowers growing, and I don't think my marigolds, which are over here, I've never seen any bees or butterflies or anything on there. Matter of fact, there's a wasp. Ah, dang it, he's going that way. There's a wasp, and the wasps kind of go on the plants and flowers. So it was really cool that they left this here. And I also know why I'm out here. When I'm doing my watering, and I use the creek probably about 50 to 75% of the time when I'm out here watering the natural creek outside, and I see these bees and wasps. They're landing for water, like to drink up water and do whatever else, maybe even bathe and clean themselves off. So everything I do out here, I notice all the interaction, from beetles to white flies to these flowers that they didn't cut, to a little baby praying mantis, to the wasps that need water and everything. It's just really, really cool. So whether they left it there because they thought it were my flowers, or they also had the intention like, hey, maybe it looks nice, for itself anyway. But I just thought that was cool. And again, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea how I garden, and this is first for me. All this is first. So yeah, I got over here in the zinnia patch, or zinnia and marigold patch, and I don't know what the tiny little guys are, but they're gorgeous. But that one zinnia looks like it's gonna bloom, and if it does, it will be my first. So I can't wait to see what it looks like. But yeah, maybe, like I said, we were taught, I'm 49 years old, I was taught, kill the dandelions, kill the weeds, rip them out, weed kill as a kid and stuff. But as I grew up, I didn't want to do that. And I see the infrastructure, I guess you can call it, and the connectedness of everything, the ants, everything. It's just awesome. And I was like that since I was a kid. I hated wanting to kill stuff, and the dandelions as a kid, you could even see the bees were always on it, but my parents grew up in that, kill it, DDT and whatever other chemicals. I don't want my grass having dandelions. And I always thought, and most kids do, like, why? Who cares? It just brings nice color to it, Get off the grass. Take your shoes off if you're going to go on the grass. That's the kind of life we grew up in. And, I'm totally opposite of that. And most kids are, And it's like a shift in paradigm. So people are using that's a quick video, right? Shift in paradigm where people are using their lawns, not just for lawn, but to actually have fun on it and to walk barefoot on it and have a picnic on it and grow food on the front yard, the side yard, the backyard, and flowers, you know what I mean? Which is awesome. Because that old school, and God bless my mother and father and that generation, but that thinking was so in the box and closed-minded, and it drove me nuts as a kid. And most of you people, if you watch this video and you awaken to more spiritual lifestyle and connectiveness than just the normal human consciousness, you understand what I'm saying. Like, everything on earth was bizarre to me. I couldn't stand it, man. It's like, felt like I was in prison. So yeah, use everything, let everything grow, keep things in order to the best you can, and be as natural as you can. There's that quick video. It's probably like 30 minutes long. All right, guys, love you. And if you're watching this back home, mom and dad, love you. Surprised we all survived the chemicals and stuff to this day. But yeah, just greenery and interconnectedness and cohesiveness, right? All right, love you guys. Bye.